So from Guildford, Jane Marie with Jessica Meir and All on My Own. And Jane started off writing music for TV and film, but in lockdown she began to write songs completely out of the blue. And she was looking around for a vocalist, met Jess through a mutual friend. Jess was only 17 at the time. They started off recording them in Jess's living room before reworking them in the studio.
Yeah, life, love, loss. Loss is a huge part of my history. I lost my great-grandfather when I was 8 years old, which really affected me at a young age, and I think I've been carrying a lot of grief and inability to deal with grief ever since then, and I think that a lot of that has come out in these lyrics. Yeah, it could just be an accumulation of years and years and years worth of trauma's a bit of a heavy word, but life, just things that have happened in life, and they all seem to have come out in these lyrics and these songs. So yeah, I think these songs are a lot about loss, a lot about love. Love has been a massive part of everyone's lives, and just the life that we all go through. So I was always on the lookout for things that might inspire me. I was always writing, I was always had ideas flowing, but then lockdown happened, and I found myself on my own quite a lot, as we all did, and I would go for lots of dog walks with my lovely dog. Yeah, literally out of the blue one day, these lyrics just started coming to me. It was one of those things I look back on and think, how did that happen? But it did. Walking, cutting broccoli for the kids, making their dinner, just the most unlikely places, driving, just seemed to get ideas. Any time I've got to dedicate to it, I will add a bass, drums, strings, always strings come in there somewhere. And then I'll put my vocal on it as a demo, and then she will go off and do her own thing with it. We met
through a mutual friend.
from a mutual friend.
Yeah, you sent me the first little demo and I recorded it in my bedroom. That was the beginning of many songs.
I loved all of them. Jess is just such great fun to work with.
Hypnotic eyes share perfection, just like the night sky. When I met you, there was a smile in the moon.
So I worked in the first half of the album. I worked with Tim Walker, who is an old friend from many years ago, who I've known through my London College of Music days and University of Surrey days. He's a brilliant sound engineer, brilliant musician in his own right. That the project was a little bit bigger than first anticipated. Then, thank you to Leah, she recommended Adam, who is amazing, and I provided him with all the stems, and he has basically the last 5 tracks he's managed to mix and master and help me get out, so the album is now complete.
Hi, I'm Adam. I run Bamboo Box Studio here in Beckenham. I've been running the studio for about 5 years to try and help artists progress on their journey from having a song idea to turning it into like a finished record that they can put out into the world. It's a real joy to work with artists on that kind of process and just help them realise that vision in like a final recorded piece of music. And it's been a pleasure doing that for Jane on her album, and it's been great to see how that's progressed and just turned into this whole body of work. That was great. Like, she's a wonderful composer, so everything just fits together really beautifully, and it was just a pleasure just to like shape those sounds and make them sound as good as I can, basically.
And I did really need you, especially with drums.
Good. Oh, and I enjoyed playing some guitar and stuff
Yes.
as well, and a bit of bass. That was fun as well.
Yeah, I needed Adam. He definitely shaped. It's really weird when I first started prepping all that, having these songs in my head, I just wanted them recorded. I didn't really think much more of it. And then thanks to Leah, who helped me with this, they're now all over Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, you name it, and I'm coming up to close to 100,000 streams, and I can't quite believe it. So yeah, it's pretty good feeling that I've got it out there and people are listening to them and enjoying them.
It's so lovely working with Jane. She's one of the most hardworking people that I know, and she's just a great composer. She's great with her piano and her songwriting and her arrangement skills. It's just truly a joy to have watched her grow into like an artist of her own right that felt comfortable releasing her own first project. I just saw her going from someone who didn't really have any music out and didn't really believe that she could do it to someone who's now got 100,000 streams on her latest album, which is just incredible. And it's just so lovely to kind of help her find her narrative and help her find her fan base and just kind of start building it from the bottom up. And I'm just really excited to see what she'll do in the future.
Cupid was quite fun
Cupid was
because
fun.
we had all the ladies. And
backing
we had
vocals.
backing vocals, yeah, that went a bit crazy. That was quite fun.
It was one of the first upbeat, happy songs we did.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? That's true.
Cupid has just done his job.
What else did Over Loving? I liked you doing that one because you were really,
Yeah, I really liked the chord changes in that.
yeah, and you really, again, your voice went really strong in that one, so that was good too.
Tears yet to cry.
How I Miss You, which was originally God I Miss You, but then it sounded a little bit too holy.
It did.
But I really liked that one. It was very emotional.
What I'd give to have you here just to hold.
In Jess's living room before reworking them in the studio. This one is about the pain of a breakup when one partner moves on to a new relationship, leaving the other questioning what went wrong.
I was about 8 years old and I started playing around on my family old piano, and I was very fortunate that my mum and dad bought me an Atari, God, in those days, and Cubase, and I just started writing music. I realised you could get with MIDI you could get all sorts of orchestral backgrounds, although they sounded pretty awful, but I knew what I wanted it to sound like in my head. And then after a long time I ended up at university doing a degree in music, and I had an orchestra at my fingertips, so I wrote for the chamber orchestra there. After uni I then managed to get myself an agent in London, and from that came quite a few BBC jobs and some Channel 4 and a few film company I worked for that did some filming, children's films and television programmes. Then I got married and had a family, and it all went, ooh. It all just kind of stopped because I wanted to be a mum. I wanted to be a good mum, so it went a bit by the wayside. I managed to keep my hand in slightly by I wrote some children's music, and I wrote some music for schools, productions, and I wrote a children's album actually as well, based on my first album as well, which was really lovely.
That instead, but that just isn't me. I'm too free.
I was a bit scared, I must admit. I thought, am I going to be able to write anything again? Was this just a one-off weird year that everything came out? Was it just a lockdown thing? Did I just do something that I never thought I could do and I'm never going to be able to do again? I'm hoping maybe by the end of the year, maybe a couple more songs to really get them out there, and potentially an EP. We shall see. We shall see what else comes. But yeah, I've got an awful lot of ideas on my phone that I need to go through and see if they're worth doing something with. But definitely 2 which are well and truly on their way already. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that.